Welcome to the session on turbo machine. In the last class, we completed the theory part on radial flow turbo machine. We discussed on what is meant by radial flow turbo machine, what is the effect of blade discharge angle, what is the maximum blade discharge angle for a power generating turbo machine. Actually, we discussed on the general analysis of power generating turbo machines for radial flow, and we discussed what is degree of reaction, what is utilization factor, the condition for maximum utilization factor, and we discussed why the discharge angle, the blade discharge angle beta 2 should be less than 26.5 degree for power generating turbo machine in case of radial turbo machines. Okay, today we are discussing some problems here, numericals on turbo machine, specifically for power generating turbo machines. Okay, the first problem is in an axial flow turbine. In the first line itself he has mentioned what is the type of turbine. It is an axial flow. What is axial flow? When the fluid flows parallel to the axis of rotation of the shaft, when the fluid enters and leaves, that type of turbines are called axial flow turbine. Here it is an axial flow turbine where the flow of fluid takes place parallel to the rotation of shaft. In an axial flow turbine, the discharge blade angles are not the angles at the enter, the angles at the leave, means the discharge blade angles are 20 degree for stator and rotor. Which is the stator in case of axial flow turbine? Nozzle discharge angle, nothing but it is the angle made by the fluid or the inlet of the blade, that means the alpha 1. How the fluid enters? It comes out of the nozzle at an angle alpha 1. The discharge nozzle is in stator, it doesn't rotates. The stator discharge angle is nothing but it is the angle made by the fluid at the inlet of the blade. Alpha 1 is 20 degree each for stator and the rotor. And what is the discharge angle for the rotor? It is beta 2. Beta 2 is also 20 degree. He has given the discharge and blade angles for rotor and the stator. Okay, beta 2 is also 20 degree. The steam speed at the exit of the fixed blade. Thus again he has given the steam speed at the exit of the fixed blade. Which is the fixed blade? It is nozzle through which the water is coming at the inlet of the blade. The exit velocity at the steam speed, the speed of the steam at the exit of the fixed blade, nothing but V1, because it is fixed blade, it is not the rotary blade, it is not the blade which is moving. Nozzle or it is the stator. The steam speed at the exit of the fixed blade, nothing but V1. It is the velocity which it enters the moving blade. Okay, the steam speed at the exit of the fixed blade is 140 meter per second. The ratio of axial velocity to blade velocity is nothing but relative velocity, it is blade velocity. Yes, the ratio of axial velocity to blade velocity. Axial velocity nothing but flow velocity, Vf1 equals Vf2. The ratio of Vf to the blade velocity U is given, which is 0.7. The ratio of flow velocity to the blade velocity is 0.7. He asked us to find the inlet blade angle for the rotor. He asked us to find the blade angles beta 1 and beta 2. and he also asked us to find the power developed by the blade when the mass flow rate of the fluid is around 2.6 kg per second. Okay, and he also asked us to find the degree of reaction. First we need to find the blade angles at the inlet. From the velocity triangles we can see beta 1. To find beta 1 we are having the equation from trigonometry. Tan beta 1 equals Vf1 divided by this side CD. CD is given by u1 minus v suffix u1 minus u1. But for axial flow turbines u1 equals u2, therefore we considered it as u only. Therefore tan beta 1 is given by Vf1 divided by v suffix u1 minus u. And also we are having the equation, but we do know only he has given the relation between Vf and u as 0.7, but both these terms are unknown, and even he has not given Vu1. First we need to find these three terms, then we can find beta 1. To find v suffix u1 we are having the equation cos alpha 1 equals, what is cos alpha? It is adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is Vu1 by V1. Considering the triangle ABD, V1 is already given anyhow. He has also given the value of alpha 1. Therefore we can find V suffix U1. Similarly, sin alpha 1 equals opposite by hypotenuse, Vf1 by V1. Any of V1 is given, we can find Vf1. Vu1 is found, Vf1 is found. What is you can see here, by using trigonometric equations we found Vf1 and Vu1. Once Vf1 is found, we can find U1 because he has given the relation Vf1 by U1 equals 0.7. Therefore we can find the blade velocity U1 and U2. Okay, I will explain once more. We need to find the blade angle at the inlet. To find blade angle at the inlet we are having equation tan beta 1 equals, tan is nothing but the opposite by adjacent side. Opposite side is Vf1, and considering the inlet velocity triangles, and the adjacent CD can be given by V suffix U1 minus U. We don't know all these three terms. Okay, to find these three terms we are making use of trigonometric equations. Cos alpha 1 equals V suffix U1 adjacent by hypotenuse by V1. V1 is given. Substituting the value of V1 and cos alpha 1 we can find out V suffix U1. Similarly, we are having one more trigonometric equation, sin alpha 1 equals opposite by hypotenuse. Again here also V1 is known, alpha 1 is known, we can find Vf1. Once we find Vf1 and Vu1, he has in the numericals itself, in the problem itself he has given the relation. We found Vf1 which is in turn equal to Vf2 because it is an axial flow turbine. The axial components remains constant. Vf1 equals Vf2. Once we find Vf, we can find the blade velocity because he has given the relation between flow velocity and blade velocity as 0.7 in the problem itself. Substituting in that equation we can find the blade velocity U, because since it is an axial flow turbine U1 equals U2. Okay, now we found the value of U, we found the value of flow velocity, we found the value of tangential component at the inlet. All three known values are known. Substituting in this equation we will get as tan beta 1 equals 0.7582. Then we can find beta 1 from trigonometric relations. Beta 1 equals tan inverse of 0.7582. We got beta 1 as 37.172 degree. Okay, next, power developed. For power developed, we are having this equation for energy transfer. V suffix U1 into U1 minus V suffix U2 minus U2 for power generating turbo machine. In the general analysis, we derived this equation. Multiplying with M, we will get power in the same equation here, but since it is an axial flow turbine, U1 equals U2. Therefore, the equation becomes, the power equation for power developed becomes M into U into V suffix U1 minus V suffix U2. We already found V suffix U1. Here we found already V suffix U1 as 131.556 meters per second. We need to find out V suffix U2. To find V suffix U2 from the outlet velocity triangles, we are having tan beta 2 equals U2 plus VW2 by VR2, sorry, by VF2. Tan is equals opposite by adjacent, VF2 by U2 plus VU2. We are having this equation, opposite by adjacent, VF2 by V suffix U2 plus U. Here U is known, VF2 is also known, tan beta 2 is given in the problem itself. Therefore, substituting, we will get V suffix U2. Okay, which is 63.1507 meters per second, which is greater than, then substituting in the equation power equals M into U into V suffix U1 plus V suffix U2, we can find the power developed by the turbo machines. Okay, next he asked us to find the degree of reaction. For axial flow turbine, the degree of reaction is given by R equals VR2 square minus VR1 square divided by Vn square minus V2 square plus VR2 square minus VR1 square. Here we need to find out VR1 and VR2 to find degree of reaction. From inlet velocity triangle, sin beta 1s. What is sin? Adjacent by, sorry, opposite by hypotenuse. VF1 by VR1. VF1 is already known. We can find VR1. Similarly, we can find VR2. Once we found VR1, VR2, V1 is already given. We need to find V2. To find V2 from outlet velocity triangles, we are having V2 square equals VF2 square plus VU2 square from Pythagoras theorem. Okay, substituting in that equation, we already know the flow velocity, we already know the tangential component or the outlet, we can find V2. Okay, therefore we can find, substituting the value of VR1, VR2, V1 and V2, we can find the value for degree of reaction, which is equal to 0.499. Okay, the next problem is, that's all about the first problem. The next problem is in an inward flow turbine. He has given the word inward flow turbine. That means it is not an axial flow turbine. It may be a radial turbine or it may be a mixed flow turbine. Depends on the other conditions, but it is not an axial flow turbine. In an inward flow turbine, the water falls with a velocity of 30 meters per second on a runner. The water falls with a velocity of 30 meter per second on a runner with a series of curved veins. Means the water falls, it enters the turbine blades with a velocity of 30 meter per second. That means V1 is given. The runner rotates. The speed of rotation of the runner or the shaft is 280 rpm. It is rotating at 280 rpm. The vanes have inlet and outlet diameter. The diameter or the inlet of the blade is 1.7 meter and at the outlet of the blade is 0.85 meter respectively. The angle guide vanes make with the periphery of the wheel is 30 degrees Celsius. Guide vanes is nothing but, I already said, guide vanes is fixed vanes. The fixed vane makes an angle of 30 degree with the periphery of the wheel. Nothing but it is alpha 1 because the guide blades makes an angle of 30 degree as given with the periphery of the wheel, with the outer of surface of the wheel of the turbine is 30 degree. Nothing but the water enters the blades at 30 degree. That means he has given the alpha 1, the inlet angle. The water after doing the work on the runner discharges with an absolute velocity of 3 meter per second. The water enters the turbine blades, it moves over the turbine blades, it performs the work and it discharges from the blades with an velocity of 3 meter per second. That means V2, the velocity with which the water discharges from the blade at an angle 130 degree to the wheel tangent. Here the 130 degree to the wheel tangent or that means the alpha 2 is 180 minus 130 because 130 is the angle made by the jet or the water with respect to the tangent at the inner periphery of the wheel. That means it discharges at an angle 50 degree. Okay, we need to find out the power developed by the runner if the mass flow rate of water is 380 liters per second. And we also need to find out the blade angles. See here, it is not an axial flow turbine. Therefore, the blade velocity doesn't remain constant. He has given two different diameters and he has given speed of rotation of the shaft. Using pi d n by 60 equation, we can find out blade velocity at the inlet and at the outlet, u1 and u2. And then by using trigonometric equations, we can find different values such as v1, vf1, vr1, u already we found u1 and u2. We can find vw, vu1. Then finally substituting those equations, we can find different blade angles. First, what he asks us to find power developed. To find power developed, we already found u1 and u2. We need to find out v suffix u1 and v suffix u2. To find v suffix u1, that is the tangential component of the inlet, we are having cos alpha 1 equals v suffix u1 by v1 because adjacent by hypotenuse. v1 is already given. We need to find out v suffix u1 and he has given the cos alpha 1 also. We can find out v suffix u1 and he asks us to find the blade angles at the inlet. Tan beta 1 equals vf1 by v suffix u1 minus u1. We found already v suffix u1. u1 is already known. we already found. Therefore, only thing we need to find out is V suffix F1, which can be found by using the relation sin alpha 1 equals Vf1 by V1. We found here the Vf1. Substituting, we can find out the blade angle at the inlet, which is beta 1. Similarly, using trigonometric relations, we can find out beta 2, which is given by Vf2 by Vu2 plus U2. Okay. Vf2 by Vu2 plus U2. U2 is already found. We need to find out Vf2 and Vu2. Vu2 can be found out by using the relation cos alpha 2 equals Vu2 by V2. V2 is given, we can find out V suffix U2. Similarly, Vf2 can be found out using the relation tan alpha 2 equals Vf2 by Vu2. Vu2 already we found, we can find out Vf2. Substituting the value of Vf2, Vu2, U2, we can find out beta 2. Okay. Similarly, we are having the equation for power generating turbo machine as P equals M into V suffix U1 into U1 plus V suffix U2 into U2. But mass flow rate is given in volume 380 liters per second. To convert that into kg per second, just divide it by 1000. 380 divided by 1000, because liters is nothing but cc, 1000 cc, 1000 into cubic centimeters. We will get 380 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Just divide it by 1000, it gets converted into kg per second. We already found out the values of V suffix U1, U1, V suffix U2, U2. Substitute the values, you will get the power developed by the turbo machine. That's all for today. We will discuss in next class.